This is a fatigue wall bounce or a infinite wall bounce. If you know how to do one of these, great. If you don't, let's specifically talk about the mechanic that allows us to do this, which is the fatigue state or the fatigue mechanic. To start, the fatigue state is a state your character is going to be in after their first jump, and every jump after that in a certain amount of time will be fatigued. However, if you wait too long, it'll reset like so. The specific time you are fatigued for is roughly 2 seconds, so our goal is to jump into the wall before those 2-second ends. We can keep a mental counter by jumping, landing on 1, and jumping on 2, and we will still be within the fatigue window. This is how we are able to achieve fatigue wall bounces from far away. Rather than continuously b-hopping into the wall to keep a fatigue state, we can just use that 2-second window. Of course, if you wait 3 seconds and then jump, you will no longer be fatigued. So land 1, 2, 3, boom, no fatigue bounce for us. Therefore, we need to keep it within that 2-second window. Now that you know how the fatigue state and the window timing works, let's talk about the actual inputs to perform the fatigue wall bounce. So we need to use W to initiate the climb up close and then transition to our A and D keys. So once you hear the climb animation or see your hands disappear, we're going to transition from W to A or D. So W, A, jump. Here, W, D, jump. Of course, we can still perform a fatigue wall bounce with a static strafe into the wall as long as we're still in the fatigue state. And we can start infinite wall jumping by combining the fatigue jumps together after every time we land, since we're still in a state of fatigue. All we have to remember is to strafe back into the wall after our fatigue jump to go for another. One last thing to smoothen this all out is to chain rash strafes in a fight into a fatigue wall bounce, since we're jumping in the rash strafe, which puts us into fatigue. And that's all there is to it. Hope that was easy enough to understand and get you wall bouncing. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one.